Hello, beautiful Cancer. Welcome to your reading. Let's dive into it right away and see what's coming your way. I see very light energy outside. It does not too much drama happening, but inside we have an evil eye here. Timeline-wise, it's falling into the part of the first week, and there are tears of joy actually coming forward here too. And I see there's a conversation happening between someone and you. There's a chunk of money. Maybe you're discussing about a promotion, an upgrade. It can be investment, and it is going to get some attention. And so it can be something publicly that you're doing, maybe, or maybe at work you're negotiating about your salary, your bonus, or something. Some people are going to, I don't feel like they have negative intentions, because I see someone here with a very light energy. And this can be someone actually issuing you the bonus. Oh, look at this person got a bonus, kind of like a excitement. Can turn into like an evil eye. This doesn't mean that this is going to affect you right away. This is showing up maybe here for knowing that like it can create this kind of like a tiredness, negative energy around you, clumsiness. Prayer is the best way that I know how to protect from it, but you can wear an evil eye necklace, or this is like a keychain, or again, you can do like put salt around I think like in the first like entrance of your house, a little line of salt can be also protective energy. And other ways that you can look it up. Like I know my own house traditions, but there are probably much more ways to take care of that. And this is not really negative intention. I feel like you're going to get attention. That's why it's showing here. Another thing I see, there's also like slippery slope, but there are two penguins in there. Maybe you're going to, after that, go for celebration. It can include snow, it can include cold weather, but it's a fun activity, and penguins, they actually have to have fun as well. The other day, I actually come across a little clip from a documentary about penguins, and this penguin, big and fluffy baby penguin, maybe even bigger than the size-wise. Their parents were still following around because it doesn't have proper coat, basically. And that's why it needs to be taken care of and fed and nurtured. I feel here this can be the project or something you're going to start working on, even though it gets bigger than you, it gets bigger than you can maybe even handle. You might have to take care of it for a while until it can actually turn into an opportunity of freedom for you. This can be an investment, this can be a business, can be an idea you're working on. And I see there's a duck here. Duck is actually indicates maternal energy. So you're definitely going to take care of this thing for a while until it becomes and takes care of itself, and then it can take care of you. Okay? This is something very bright. So I feel like you're not going to see it as a burden or take it as a burden. You're going to take it very lightly, and you're going to maybe enjoy it when you are doing this thing, working on this thing, okay? I see there's a massive ear here. Some of you might be hearing very good news. There's someone actually looking over you, and I feel like this is not really looking over you in the negative sense. I feel like someone is really curious about what you're doing or your skill set, or maybe you're hearing. Maybe this is any information that you have. It's in your ear, in your mind, and they want to hear the same thing. I see there is a horse right here. Horse symbolizes wish fulfillment. Maybe this is something that you do very easily, or this is something that you hear and you express. Maybe you're writing certain things. I feel like maybe a column or a newspaper. I know this is very specific, but it's about maybe even, the hearing can be stories that you heard. Seeing can be the things that you have been lived through, okay? It seems like that has some sort of a value, and somebody needs to hear about that. It can be about witnessing to something and sharing that too, because eyes, ears, touch, those are all tools of witnessing. And it seems overall this is something that you, in the sense of something you have it within you. It's something that you do naturally, okay? And when you do that, when you help this person, I see duck's face again, you might receive a protection from them, and on top of that you might actually have some sort of like a pathway opening in front of you in a protection bubble. You're walking towards a flag right there. The flag is the flag of the victory because it's just waving in the wind, and it's leading you towards a fish right here. Fish most of the time indicates material satisfaction. It's a small one, but you might get awarded for your bravery here. Another thing with the flag energy, we see that flag in the Six of Wands. A warrior comes back victorious from the war, which I feel that energy is also have celebration, getting appreciated and receiving rewards for your hard work. So it can be also maybe the service that you give to a community is actually going to pay back. Okay, it's not only you, your discipline and hard work is paying, not only affecting you, it's also affecting maybe a community of people. That's why you're going to get this like fish as a gift too. Okay, he doesn't have a flag here, he has a wreath, I think. And green, we have a lot of green. I thought this was red, but his cloak is red. Green is the color of money, guys. It seems here your horse is carrying, your wish and desire is also carrying wealth with it. Okay, maybe this is something you achieve as success, a recognition you get, and then maybe you can turn that into something, into a material satisfaction. I see here a pathway opening, but it seems like someone's standing there also. There's a cup showing up. Cup can be indicative of emotionally fulfilling offer coming forward. Also, there is like a big fish swimming. This kind of reminds me of one of those like dinosaurs swimming here, and someone is trying to climb on it. I see a letter M. Matthew, Mary, Amanda can be in their first name or the last name. It can be a person living in somewhere called M. Meritonia. There is a country, but I'm not. Usually I see the name, but I cannot read it. Sometimes just the name pops in front of my eyes. So Mauritania, maybe. I know it's not really like a very common travel destination, but it can be someplace maybe calling your name, and there's a big fish waiting for you and you're trying to climb on there. It can be about like trade agreements or maybe shipping something. It can be something like that as well. This can also be a trend, a big trend that has some value that you're catching it. This doesn't mean this is popular, okay? It means trend doesn't mean it's popular. Trend means that something is actually trending. Yes, it sounds like it's popular, but something in a maybe niche environment that is actually starting to pick up volume, okay? Starting to bring wealth, okay? Trend can be in certain, when it comes to financials, in any kind of area. That's why I don't want to say it's a popular knowledge kind of energy. It doesn't have to be that. It can be a niche area, but it's trending and gaining value. And I see that the pathway is leading you towards that, and you're finding that out, and you're climbing on that, you're latching on that, meaning you're going to maybe even get a piece of that situation, okay? I see here that I told you that you're having a conversation with a man. Kind of reminds me of the James Dean energy, maybe we have someone actually looking like that today. Lucky something, a model. I see this person. Lucky name, let's go with that. This can be a lucky person or a lucky energy that you're negotiating with, and you're maybe catching some of that luck from this person as well, okay? Another thing, I see a pianist here in front of like a piano, and he has like a little goatee and a crown on top of his head. This can be something art related also. Maybe if you're doing music or art or something, maybe you're going to watch something, there might be a gold mine waiting for you there too, okay? I see there are 3 pathways opening, and there's a snake coming into one pathway, choosing the second one. Snake can be a transformation moment, and also think of it, 3 baits in front of you, and you're maybe using the snake, which someone who can sense, has high sensing abilities about the certain things, and when you use that person's energy, maybe they're choosing something, showing you the right pathway, what's good, okay? Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I kind of see number 9 here. I know it's not very visible. Number 9 is an enlightenment. I see a man's face right there with kind of looks like a cat. Cat energy, cats are loyal to themselves initially, but it's very playful. And I'm not going to say that they're only loyal to themselves, but they first take I have many cats. I'm going to describe something that they do. When they're hungry in the morning, when I'm having my breakfast or trying to prep my breakfast, they just attack everything in my hand. Okay, everything. It's just a bread. It doesn't matter. Bread, butter. It doesn't matter. They don't care because I have like young cats. The older ones did not do that. And so their food is the most important thing. But before that, when I first wake up, I go bathroom and they come, sit on my lap, sit around me. They make a circle. they're thinking they're protecting me. Okay, and it's because it's the most vulnerable time. I feel like this can be a person. Okay, when it comes to taking care of themselves, okay, maybe like eating their food, for example, they think about themselves first. I feel the Taurus energy because Tauruses tend to have like they like to food, but when it comes to protection, this person takes your maybe financial security to like as priority. Okay, and there in your heart space can be a family member, and I see your desire, whatever it is closing a cycle. It didn't really show up with the first try, but the second and the third, it just started to close a cycle and open up a new one. And this is attaching to that cat energy here too, a person, the cat face. I know maybe it's gone now, but it is. I see letter B, maybe in their first name or the last name. And it seems like here, they might even protect you from a situation that you'll be able to work on this other thing, the desire that you want to make, okay, happen, and they're helpful with that. Another thing I see, there's a mouse leaving your energy, and the cat might be scaring the mouse. Exactly. Okay, mouse symbolizes someone who's stealing, cheating, hiding things from you. We have actually, I'm using Lenormand deck today. We have the mouses here. You see they're hiding things away, stealing things away without you knowing and realizing. And this can be someone who is really protected when it comes to that, to protect what you have created. I started to see a face forming here. Can you see the eyes and the mouth and big ears right there? And maybe they're even preparing a boat and a house inside here for you, so you can like create your establishment, create your security, stability as well. But first they need to run this mouse away out of your life in order for you to enjoy the space that they're creating for you. Okay, so they're still supporting you. They're doing things that you don't really see, maybe you don't really pay attention to, or you don't deem it to be like something for protection. For example, first when I watched my cats like waiting on me, I said like, what are these cats trying to do here? They're just disturbing me. But then I researched and I realized they're doing something useful for me, okay, in their mind. And the mouse here shows that maybe there is someone who's stealing some things from you. This person is going to reveal that. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there's a person's energy, but this can also be you embodying the energy of the cat. Okay, and scaring someone's off. Some people who are taking things that do not belong to them. Scaring doesn't mean being scary. It means that maybe actually talking to them and letting them know it's obvious that you know it. Okay, and we have here two cards want to come in the first row. We have the Three of Gabriel, Three of Wands, and the Moon energy. Moon is your energy here. I feel like your intuitive guidance is actually on point at this time. If you're feeling off about the situation or good about a situation, Three of Wands is a new adventure, trusting that the things are always working out for you, and sitting on like prosperity arising from wise planning. Time to take the next step, which you are taking by trusting the right options available to you, right? You're trusting that you're choosing the right thing. Optimistic plan that turn out unexpectedly. And this is also about, there's some fears that in front of you also while you're setting off to this journey, facing them and revealing them, what is behind it, and receiving accurate intuitive guidance about the situations. Okay, Seven of Pentacles is doubt surrounding. We have two sevens already. Seven can be a lucky number, but also indicates knowledge. So if you have doubts about if this is growing, am I doing the right thing, you have planted, invested wisely, planted your seeds very carefully, or you are doing it right now. If you have doubt, it's about receiving more knowledge. Seven of Michaels, Seven of Swords energy can be like someone lying, stealing, cheating, doing things behind your back. Yes, be aware of that. But also this can symbolize with 2-7 here, developing a strategy, doing things in a different way. Instead of looking into the dark path here, looking into the bright side and finding more clarity through information with the number 7. And if you have doubt, it's not going to clear if you keep looking at the same direction. You need to change your direction. You need to look into other areas here. I see there are like split roads in front of here too. Choosing the bright, clear, the pathway is going to be the key. And then it's going to actually justice coming here, telling you that you're fighting for justice and equality. And I feel like it's what's happening here is what's rightfully yours is actually going to come and find you. Okay, karma and rulings made in your favor. If you have a desire, don't give up on that, because everything is working out perfectly. Okay, let's see if the Lenormand deck is going to reflect that mouse energy here. If it comes, I feel like the mouse can be someone sabotaging you, or it can be symbolizing self-sabotage and doubt as well here. Let's see. We have the fox, even. It's not many. Mice is the plural of the mouse, I think. You don't have many, you have one. Okay. Fox can be, you see, like stealing. They actually do that, steal the chicken. So it's something that you have the eggs that you grown and you made an investment. Maybe fox is something stealing your peace, stealing things with tricky way. This can be a representative of a person, or it indicates shadow work. There are things that you are in the moon, in the dark, that you're avoiding, you don't want to look at, can be actually causing you to lose certain things. 2, 7, 14, we have the number 14. They might be causing you to lose certain things, and if you look at it straight up, you reveal it to yourself, you research it, you find the solution, it might even have like an extra return back to you. Okay, let's see. We have the deer. Trust, approach the situation with a light heart. So trust that if this is something that you're avoiding, you don't want to look at it, you're thinking it's going to cost you a lot, it seems like when you trust that it is always working out for you, trust that it's always karma brings abundance and security to you, it will actually work out that way as well. Let's pull one more angel. We have all angels here, but we're going to pull one more. We have the 8 of Cups. AIL, God, the pleasure of man's children. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. And I feel like here, 8 of Cups is also something that is really, you are over and done with emotionally. Maybe you're not really finding answers to it. Walking away from that a little bit, okay? And just put distance in between and you to that thing, and maybe even like try to look at it in an objective way. Then the clarity will come forth, okay? All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, you might want to enjoy these ones as well. I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.